Plastic Battlegrounds by the developers Simulated Minds, and it was released on the 14th of October 2024. The time I spent as a child placing little plastic men all around my grandparents' living room floor and pretending to have full out epic battles, and of course it all being using my imagination. But now thanks to Plastic Battlegrounds I can do all of that in my VR headset, and I don't have to worry about getting a clip around the ear because one of my family members stood on one of my soldiers I forgot to put away. About the game. So in Sandbox Mode, you place your soldiers, tanks, helicopters and they fight. It's that simple. Call in airstrikes or the B-52 bomber. Or you can go into a conquest mode and fight it out to capture flags to drain the enemy's tickets. 300 tickets each. First to get drained loses. You have a tablet that you can bring up where you can select teams and then which teams you want to build for. Units, weapons, vehicles, props and support. You can also choose to be on the ground fighting with your troops or be big up in the sky as if you are a child playing with his toys. You can also pick up the soldiers and throw them as far as the room lets you go or squash them under your hand. Levels and size. All the levels look spectacular and they are all really well designed. You can interact with most objects in them. In Sandbox Mode you can choose between 11 levels, with some having day or night options. There is City Sandbox, Beachfront, Basement, Threshold, which is like a hallway, Living Room, Kitchen, the Attic, Main Menu level, Bedroom day or night, Backyard day or night, and Garden Trenches day or night. There are also a few completely blank locations in case you want to add your own props. Then in Conquest you have 3 levels, which are Basement, Bedroom and City. Enemies. There are 4 colours of soldier: green, cream, blue and grey. By default you are playing green. You can either have all of them battle against each other or you can have 2 versus 2, green and blue versus cream and grey. Weapons. There are many types of soldiers with assault rifles, shotguns, rocket launchers and way more. Then you also get cannons, jeeps, transport helicopters, attack helicopters, tanks, planes and bombers. In each level you can then go out and find more weapons like pistols, machine guns and then a rocket launcher that fires 4 rockets, a mini nuke type rocket and some sort of space gun. There were 15 new weapons added on the last update alone. I love that you can drive the tanks, and I'm sure I heard they are going to make it so you can fly the helicopters also, as well as other vehicles. Mechanics. Now I found trying to pick up guns when you are in giant mode to be very tricky. You have these giant hands trying to pick up this little toy, and most of the time I was kind of just throwing it across the room. Also when in normal size mode, gripping the guns feels quite off. Flying the drone was often pretty tricky. This is something like you stand on top of and then you have a button and you use your sticks to like left and right, up and down, but at times the drone just shot off, leaving me to fall. There is also some lag issues, but that all depends on how many battles you got going on in your game. At one point I had like 15 tanks, 4 helicopters and 150 men of all 4 different soldiers battling it out, and on my screen it got quite jerky and eventually crashed. Controls. The controls are simple enough and most of it will be done via your pad that you have. It might take you a few games to get used to, but it's not complicated. Game menus. The menus look clean and have bootcamp levels, sandbox levels, conquest levels and settings. Then the settings menu offers snap or smooth rotation, rotation speed, music on or off, bullet traces on or off, bodies despawn times and toggle grip on or off. My thoughts. The idea of this game is just brilliant. It's like a fun take on Battlefield or Call of Duty, but there is still a lot of work to be done here, like way more optimizing so the game runs smoothly when you have a big epic battle going on. Then whilst there are nice amounts of levels in Sandbox Mode, it really needs equally as much in the Conquest Mode. Then I'd like to see some options added, such as being able to select different ticket amounts for longer games, maybe up to 1,000 tickets, and then have other games like Capture the Flag or Rescue Hostages or Plant a Series of Bombs. I also wish there was a campaign mode to this game. I think that this would be real fun. And then I'd really like to see you have a base where you have some cabinets to collect medals for achievements, trophies for completing levels, and collectibles such as miniature tanks, helicopters, planes, plastic men, or maybe bobbleheads. For $10, this is a really fun game, and I spent 5 hours in the game in my first sitting as I was just giggling away and reminiscing about being that small boy again who was playing toy soldiers on his grandparents' floor. Time just whizzes you by, and don't forget they are still in early access, so let the guys know on Discord what you enjoy or of things you would like to see. Now, if you made it to the end of this video, I thank you for giving me your time. So now touch that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and happy gaming. Thanks guys.